Frosty morning for her. Ho 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 ho. Not the best start. Bit of a puff at the back. A huff and a puff and away she goes. Yep, I don't want to talk about it. Just put them in and be done. They're jumping over a broken fence there, and then there's a gate, a hole right there. Oh, these ones are a bit more sensible. Through the hole, then through the gate. We've got a wet patch in a field. I've got a digger. Here we go. Bubbling up just in there. I've not seen it bubbling up before, but it's raining recently, so it leads me to think it's a drain that's burst down in here. I've dug a big old hole. I've found a tile drain, which doesn't look like it's dry above it either, but Dunk's been out giving me a hand, so he's given me some suggestions. So it runs along there, so I'm going to keep following it till we run dry, and then that'll give me a pathway to get rid of any water that's bubbling up out of it, away down the drain. It's all an experiment, never done this before. And I think there must be a T or a junction that joins into that line, because it was bubbling up here to start with. Then I broke that a little bit and it bubbled up there instead. So I think that's an easier pathway for it, and it stopped bubbling up here. So there must be some sort of pipe that runs down here and joins in. We've made a mess, that's for sure. I think we've found out roughly about it. Old stone drain that runs that way down the field, we think, which is apparently joined into a bit of a T-junction here, but we think there's too much water to go down there, so we don't know whether something goes away that way. We're going to dig this bit out anyway. That's the last bit, last chance saloon. Well, heck, doesn't take long to start making a mess. This water was here before I started digging, by the way. Yeah, I think the boss is regretting it. Shouldn't have bought a digger. Been let loose, digging holes everywhere. Right, so there is a pipe that comes this way. It is a plastic pipe. It tees into a pipe that runs that way, which is a plastic that runs and I think stops in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dig back here just to check what's in here, to check there's nothing that kind of cuts around that way and heads off there. Dunk was saying there might have been an old ditch run down there, so there might be a pipe buried in there. I don't know. I'm going to dig here and see what I find. Yeah, and there's some water. I'm not sure if I've improved things or not. After a bit more investigative work, the tile does not line up with the stone drain. It starts to curve. All that mess we've made there, we think it just runs down the side of it. So we're going to go right the way down to where Kev's standing now, start digging. Wow, all the damage that can be done in a few hours by a man that doesn't know what he's doing when digging. Digging. We're finished up for the day, but I'm going to fill in some holes we made here and there. But this pipe we think comes straight down here, so what we'll do every few metres we'll dig a bit and just check we're following the right path, and hopefully come across some pipe that is actually flowing, and then from there upwards we'll need to shove some draining rods and try and unblock it. It's absolute gutters around here, so everything looks a right mess, but anyway, it is what it is. It's messy, we'll get it fixed eventually. I need to go see a man about a wooden shed. I think that's flipping snow that's falling, it is. Getting some bales rolled out. That cow's just starting to calve. She's been hanging on a wee while, so I'm glad I'm about for this one, because it could be a good sized calf in there. She might need a hand. Don't want to disrupt her. Smashing. Well done, coo. Come up to see me, make me smile. That's the biggest calf we've had so far. It's a good big calf, that. Cow's done well. She looked like an absolute barrel for a few weeks. That's a monster. An absolute lump of a calf. But she fired it out. She did well. Look at the size of that thing. Oh, well done. On your feet. Oh, oi. Quick spray the navel. So heifer as well. An absolute belter for a heifer. Already looking for milk. Ideal. That's what you want. Up and away. Big calf, cow pushed it out, no bother. It's on its feet, no bother. It's trying to get a drink already. Perfect. Could not ask for a better start. Well, this is miserable. Good morning. It's the next day. Today is not a day for digging. Any holes we dig will quickly fill up with water. It's just a swamp in there now. New and improved ditch is working well. I've not made it worse, which is good news, brilliant news. We have got a cow here, calving. I've just been watching on the camera. She's got a calf coming out there with some Look at that calf, escapee. Massive big hoofs. I'm going to give her another 10-15 minutes to get the job done herself. Big hoofs, big calf. It's about 11 o'clock at the moment, so give her 20 minutes. They're all queuing up for a drink. It's like outside the gym. Fill your bottle. Hopefully they all learn off of her. That'd be good. Anyway, let's go and see how this calf's doing. Come on, out the way, out the way. Smashing, well done, girl. It's breezing away. Wee bull calf. Smashing. I'll go and spray its navel and then leave it be, but well done, cow. You can see what I mean, the hoofs coming out the front. Big lumps of hoofs. Calf's just getting going. There you go, pal. Go on, Calvy, make her go for it. Go on, go on. It's amazing, 3 minutes out of the womb. Away she goes. Try and stand up. Not she, it's a bull calf actually, he. Flippin' heck. Right, enough of this messing about. I didn't envision this tonight at 11 o'clock. One down. I think the others made their own way back. Since she's just calved and they're on the new water trough in here that she might not have figured out, I'm just making sure she's getting plenty of water. Especially just after she's calved. There you go, here's another one. So just wife that out, she'll wife that one as well. Obliterated that. Go on lads. Wow, unlucky.
Good morning. Today's fun and games, or this morning's fun and games. Making sure the calf has got a belly full of milk. It is a monster of a calf. He's a unit. Anyway, we're just making sure he's got a right good belly full of milk. He didn't really figure it out too well through the night, so I just want to make sure he's got full as belly we can get him. Right, come here to yard 2 because we've got a fence to take down. Here's Big Mike. Grubs up, big man. Breakfast. He's in good fettle. Fettle, what does that mean? Let me know. And put it down below if you know. So the grand plan, first of all, begins with a quad bike hopefully starting. Oh, lovely, first time. Chain here for taking some strainers out. Perfect. Right, we're good to go. Dad and Kev are already down with other bits and bobs. Forklifts, tractors, trailers. Strainers, that's why I got the chain. Kev will bring the forklift over, I'll link the chain up, tweak it out. Might need the digger for these ones. Oh, here it comes. That went smoother than I thought. Actually came out a lot easier than I thought. I thought we might need a digger for that. Number 2. Easy peasy. There's a dead otter in there. Kev spotted it. Peculiar. Fencing. You got to love it. Kev's just going along, loosening off the posts, and then we can take the wires off. Ah, they're well loose anyway. Then we take the wires off, wind them all up, take the posts out. Posts can go for logs. Come on, heave ho. Oi. This stone's too big. Should be alright. If things like that have to go ping, they're going to go up and down. So when you're towing like that with a chain and something goes ping, that's when things go through windows and you're in for damage. But this might need a bit of digger action. Nah, it's not budging. Kev's trying his hardest, but it's well wedged in there. It's not like the ground's even moving at all. Old metal posts they put into big stones or concrete. Older, they bore them into a stone. Newer, they'd have poured concrete with a metal stake in it. Now they just use a big wooden strainer and thump it in. Is this one gonna budge? Hey! See, that's a concrete one, not a stone one. So what we're doing here, so this is the grass braes at yard 2. Kev's just pulling out that bit of fence. This is where the cows are going to be situated once we get the new shed up.
We've got a bit re-fence we did last year, which will hold maybe 20-30 cows. And then we've got a big block that we're just gonna, the fencers are coming a week on Monday to do. That'll hold 50-60 cows, somewhere like that. So that'll get us not far off our 100 cow number. So we've got the space now outside once this gets fenced. But the old fences which are there are shot and knackered. So that's why we're pulling them out quite aggressively. This bit's quite aggressive because it's all stuck in the hedge. So rip it out of the hedge and then we can strip it all apart, roll the wire up, use all the posts for logs, we'll chop them up and we'll get some new fences up and the cows won't escape. Fingers crossed. So doing all the way along there, from here is fine. That got redone because this road was renewed, and was that 2013, so 10 years ago. So this fence is good. I might take this top wire off actually, because we're going to put electric along the rest of it. So the fencer guys will put electric along the rest of that just to make it all electric along the top.
Come up to see me, make me smile.
Good dog. Rolling it up didn't last too long. We're going to be scrapping it all. What's the point in rolling it up and looking neat and tidy? Bundle it all up, fire it in the trailer, get it to the scrappies. Hold on, whoa! Go back away a foot or two. Doing it this way flattens the molehills as well. What is it? Get two birds stoned at once? Two birds with one stone? Something like that. Gonna weak all these posts out, put them on here. Snap, snap, snap the fingers. Kev was too quick for me, but there they go. So that wee bit up to there. Keep going away up there into the corner. I know some farmers that might keep that. I'm not keeping it. Best not drive off, hey Baxter?
Oh, he's a belter.
High five if they should subscribe. Yeah, good man. Baxter's telling you all to subscribe if you've not already. He's a big chunk, he's going to be a big lump. Look at the layers on him already. There we go, it's a bit of firewood now. There's a swimming pool I've made, custom job. A bit embarrassing that mess I've made there, but I had to make a mess before I can make it tidy again. Although it's getting abandoned, I need to head down to the field. Tidy up a bit where the fences come down. There's a few bits of gorse bush that need just shifted. Get back to that, I was going to say the next few days, but hens are going out this week. Hen shed needs cleaned. There's a lot more fences to come down. Hopefully we'll find an afternoon to get back and fix that swimming pool I've made. Kev's just brought those posts up. Decided to count them somewhere in a way so we get round to dealing with them. Get them stacked onto pallets, give them 6 months to dry out and then we can chop them all up. I managed to change the bucket on the digger. Nice one. There's a release button down there, so you crowd the bucket all the way back. Press that rocker switch. It releases the pin on the front and the back. Drop the bucket off, put a different one on. Press the rocker switch again. Boom, bucket changed. Anyway, away all the way down the road we go. It's 0.8, 0.9 of a mile. It's incredible how better it is to drive when you're on like soft, forgiving ground. Like if I had 2 tracks on the tarmac, there's a hell of a vibrations. Light work. Kev's scooping up after I've ripped it out the banking. Just need to tidy this up a bit. The professionals make it look damn easy though. Goodbye, bush. This is the kind of machine we should have had years ago. Infinite number of jobs for it. I'll chuck you on the bucket. Just causing havoc all around the farm. Absolute carnage. Let me loose on a digger. That's the worst of it out. I'm going to sit up on top of the roadside there with a ditching bucket and just tidy up these edges. Going up this wee banking, you think, oh, that's not steep at all. What are you complaining about? Christ, it feels a lot steeper when you're actually in the machine. I'm just waiting on Kev coming past and I'll get up onto the roadside to clean the mess I've made. First load of brash. That'll see a bonfire. This is going to sound a bit daft, but I'm not a big heights guy, so I'm not loving sitting right here. Last wee bit to finish off. I finished up here, smoothing it off and take away any big divots I'd made. Right, I've tidied up that a wee bit. It's not brilliant, but a night of rain, it'll soon even up. It's better than it was. It was gorse bushes up here, and it'll be a much better put in fence if they're not trying to weave in and out of bushes and whatnot. So job done. Here's what my mate Cammy is off. He's sacked off his job and he's away cycling to Corfu. So I'm giving him a wee 10-second slot, maybe every day or every other day or whenever an update comes. So here's Cammy off to Corfu.
Yeah, I'm Cammy, I'm Crawford's pal. I'm in Portugal, I've quit my job. I'm cycling to Corfu. Been on my bike today, go be on my bike the next 3 or 4 months. It's day 2 out here so far. I'm sunburnt to hell, but we're camping on the beach. Pack of biscuits for my dinner, can't complain.
She was a fast machine, she kept the motor clean. She was a fast damn whoop. Guess who just got there today? Them wild
Bang on the money.
boys that had been away.